Hi YouTubers. um my name's David and I'm making a video today of how I came out to my family and friends, and I'll probably give a few pointers around. Um so don't mind the cover that's behind me. It's just my room's a mess. I don't want nobody seeing that. And so I'm making this video is because I was inspired by two other YouTubers. They're actually a couple, and I don't know if I should put their name out there, but it's Vinny and Luke. But yeah. So a lot of people won't. I don't know if a lot of people know about them, but they're one of the couples that actually motivated me to do this video. And other YouTubers as well, but they made it official. Anyway, so I hope they're happy about that. So I wrote down some questions actually, that I will ask myself, or if other people ask me. So, you know, uh, also to let you know, if my brother does get to see this video, his name is Charles. He's the second oldest, and he's gay as well. But and that's actually one of the questions, like how many people in my family are gay, and supposedly for now that I know of, two. Yeah. So keep it that way. I don't know. So uh I really wanted to make the video with him, but he doesn't live with me, frankly. And he does live in York, PA. Used to live in Puerto Rico. Anyway, I don't want to put his business out there. Um, so one of the questions will be is, how do I know if I'm gay or straight? And yes, some few people, a lot actually, a few people has asked me that question. Um, and my answer to that is always a little different, but basically it's I realized it when I was 9, and I was still confused. I never made the full decision. Uh, but I just always kept behind me saying in my head that, I like guys and I'm not interested in girls. So I kind of consider myself bisexual, but like again, I never came out to anybody. Like not even friends knew. Nobody. Probably some people had gotten hints, but I've always denied it. And I always try to keep a girlfriend or a friend that's a girl, so my family doesn't look at me like, oh my goodness, I think he's gay and he needs to get the hell out the house. Anyway, it was something like that when I first came out, but I'm not to that situation yet, or subject. Um, I realized it because it's just like it was brought to me, and it was a decision that I finally made at the end. And it's just that, not that I had sexual experience with a guy yet, but or with a girl, but it's just I try to supposedly keep myself straight, or make myself straight, stay straight, but it's just it really didn't work out. It's I will have a girl, as a friend at first, and then supposedly girlfriend and boyfriend, but it's just I didn't feel comfortable. I didn't. For some reason, it was just into me that I didn't feel comfortable having a girl as a girlfriend and supposedly future wife. It ain't happening. I thought it was gonna happen. Family thought it was gonna happen. Oh, why did you never bring a girl into the house? I was like, because I don't want to, and I'm trying to stay educated, so I want to stay in school. That was always my excuse. Oh, well, I want to have a bright future. I'm not thinking about having a relationship yet. Lie. Anyway, so um another question would be is when did I find out I'm gay? And so I finally made it official that I'm gay when before I came out the closet. Um Never told anybody yet, but it wasn't too long until I finally came out, and it was actually about 2 years before I came out, and I finally made a decision saying that I'm gay, and I was happy about that. It felt like a relief out of me, but at the same time, it wasn't officially a relief, and the reason was because I didn't come out yet. So as I as I still felt good that I finally made a decision. Now the second part was to finally come out. And yes, honestly, I was scared because I didn't know how my family was going to take it. I don't know how they were going to take it. So, I was just checking. And and honestly, I will there were nights that I will cry. I will go through a depression, I will go through stress. Um I I kind of like thought about cutting myself. I've thought about running away. I've always had an attitude because I was always hide anger behind me. It was a lot of things, and I don't know how I was gonna fix that, but started realizing little by little as time kept going on, I need to fight this, and I need to stay strong because my if I let my anger and my past get to me, I don't know how far I'll get. And so I'm not saying that a guy or a girl finally came into my life and, changed everything. I actually did it myself. And I started seeing like, I started getting a little motivated and coming out because I was seeing YouTube. Of course, YouTube helps in a lot of ways, but it can damage, but it can help. And I started seeing videos of guys and a couple, happy that it came out, and it was like a whole stress relief and everything. But and it started motivating me, but at the same time, I was still scared and I didn't know what to do. Um, so okay, so I finally came out the closet in 2011, and that was like about a couple months before my graduation, actually. So maybe like 3 or 4 months before my graduation, and I graduated 2011 of June 15th. So I don't know, somewhere around February, March, January, I don't know. So it was somewhere around there, and the first person that I came out to, well, actually, me and my brother, and we came out. We have the same mom, different dad, and we were talking over the phone one day, long distance. He was living in York, PA by that time, and we decided he confessed to me and I confessed to him. So yeah, that was the first person that I told. Um, and he confessed to me. That's why. But then we started talking about how are we gonna come out to the rest of our family, and it turned out to be that the first person we told was our mom. And yes, we were shitting bricks over the phone, but we had a three-way call and we told our mom. Yes, she did not take it well in the beginning, but it did not take her so long to just approve it. Even though she still doesn't approve about it because she's always talking about, oh, when are you gonna give me grandkids? No, not yet. I don't know how, but not yet. And my dad does the same thing. He's like, oh, when you're gonna make me a grandfather? Don't wait till I die. Not yet, old head. I still love you. But anyway, so we told our mom, and yeah, she was crying. She started blaming herself, saying, "Oh, I don't know, I'm not a good parent. I don't know how to take this, but yeah, it's just I'm very upset. I'm hurt, but I still love you, and you are my kids, and I still love you for no matter what you are, and however you decide to become. You're still my kids, and I will never forget that, and I will never take it away." So, me as the emotional guy, I started apparently tearing a little bit. Um, and my brother, I don't know how he took it, but he was like, "Oh, thank God, yes." So, number one, she approved it. Um, and we had a long conversation. But second, me and my brother started talking about, okay, who's gonna be the second person that we're gonna tell. So, of course, grandmoms, grandmoms. Um, so he had to tell. We're like, okay, we have to do it at the same time, but and then we'll text each other when we did it. And we hanged up the phone that same night that we told our mom. We told our grandmoms. We have two different grandmoms. He told his dad's mom. I told my mom's mom, and that was the bad part. Grandmoms, I thought they were gonna be sweet and take it right, and no. Apparently, because of the religion. So, our families, yes, they are. How do you say it in English? Pentecostal, and um, so yeah, they were that Christian Pentecostal. They were like, oh, okay, smack the Bible in your face, but demon, go away. Yeah, pretty much that kind of stuff. I told my grandmom that same night, and um, it was when we were ready to go to sleep, and I was like I couldn't hold it, and it was finally time for me to tell her. So I told her, and um, it turned out to be that I broke her heart really, really, really bad. She does have a heart condition, but so it looks like I kind of made it worse. And I didn't know she was gonna take it that bad, but it was close to like to the point where I almost really did give her a heart attack. And she was crying. She didn't sleep that night to like I don't know how long, and she was really, really, really heartbroken and upset with me. I It took me days to sit down and talk to her and tell her about it, and the only thing she would do is just like, I'm exaggerating, but when I say this, it felt it like it. It's like she was smacked the Bible in my face, and of course religion. And every time I will talk to her, she will always put the religion part into it, like you're going to hell, and it didn't make me feel good. I felt it hurt at the same time, hearing it from my grandma that raised me since I was a baby, and um yeah, so that part happened. It took time. It took time, and she finally got used to it. Eventually, within weeks, I guess, and we started having a normal relationship again. And now actually, she actually starts joking around with me, and yeah, so she doesn't put the whole Bible thing in my face anymore. And um, so yeah, and then you know, that's the fight between anyway change. So the third person that I I told, well, me and my brother told, he told his dad, I told my dad. Yes, it was the next day. It was like, no, was it the next day or like 2 days later or something? I finally, we came out to our dad. That was another horrible part. That was bad, especially if you're telling the guy that is bigger than you and it's gonna knock you out, yeah. Um, or probably put their 12 and 15 and a half foot up your ass. Okay, so um, my brother actually took it a little bit worse. His dad actually kicked him out his house, and so my brother had to move with his aunt. My dad apparently, I told him over the phone, and he doesn't live too far from me actually, but I told him over the phone because I just wanted to hear how it comes out and then we can talk in person. Um, my dad was actually to the point where he was painting his house and I kind of interrupted, and he started asking my stepmom, what the heck does bisexual or gay mean? Like over the phone. And he had like a whole 30-second of silence or a minute of silence. And I was like, Dad, are you on the phone? Dad, hello? Let me breathe. What did you say again? And he started throwing a whole tantrum thing over the phone, and he's like, get your ass over here now. And I apparently turned whiter than what I am. And I kind of turned into like white paint. I turned into a ghost. My blood pressure went down. And I thought I was like, there's my funeral. Like, I'm dead. Forget it. God bless you. You're gone. He's like, we need to have a father and son talk. But he said it in the worst way ever. Okay, that's the horrible part. He's like, get to my house now. And I was like, Daddy, are you gonna, He's like, get over here now. I was like, okay. So I went to his house and that same night, and we had a whole 4-hour conversation as a father and son. And the whole time he was drinking, by the time I got to his house, he was already drinking a whole bottle of liquor, and he had like, I don't know how many blunts in his hand, but I probably put him in a state of mind to the point where I thought he was gonna commit suicide. And I was like, no, Daddy, don't die. But I thought I was gonna die first because yeah, he was to the point where like his big hands like this were just gonna go plant it in through my face. Oh, and yeah, so it got to that point, and he after that day he didn't talk to me for a whole entire month, and it was about 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, or a month that he didn't talk to me. He didn't call me. I was worried because I'm just like, did I really hurt him to the point where like he doesn't want to know about me anymore? And it turned out to be that what okay, so he before I started call I was gonna make a call to him to like find out if he's okay and he didn't kill himself. He actually called me before I called him finally, and he's like, we need to have another talk. And this time I was a bit more relief. I wasn't too scared, maybe a little bit, but I was more relieved because I was like, okay, it sounds like he's calm now, and it looks like we're gonna start our normal relationship as a father and son. And we did. I went to his house. We walked around for like a whole good hour and a half or something. And but I'm not gonna lie, when I seen him, yeah, he didn't shave. He looked like Santa Claus. His he started growing hair. I don't know from where because he's actually usually bald headed. And but yeah, and then actually we had a pretty good talk, and he accepted it, and um, I felt a lot more relief. So it felt like a ton of bricks just like fell off my shoulders. Um, so little by little, after I got those three people out the way, life actually started becoming a little bit easier throughout the time. Um, so knowing that part, basically what I'm trying to say is, if you're still in the closet and you're not sure if you're ready to come out, it takes time. It takes a lot of time, because it actually took me 9 years to actually finally make the decision to come out. Yeah, nine, close to 10 years or something. But yeah, it took me that long to officially make my decision and say, okay, I'm tired of hiding. Um, it wasn't too good, but that's the effect to it. That's the side effect. Um, a lot of parents would take it a lot different. Some parents might even be like, "Oh my goodness, I was waiting for you to come out," and you're just looking at them like, okay, you're stuck." But there's parents that would take it really wrong, and until they finally come to their mind and sense, saying, "Okay, you're my child. I still have to love you," and that's how it's supposed to be. I A parent's not supposed to get rid of their child, and that's just, if they do, then it's just either they're hating on you and they're just like, okay, my child turned out better than what I did. Yep, that's pretty much it. Put it back, point blank, period. um so I'm really, no matter how old, you are, I mean, or why you're questioning yourself, like on your sexual orientation, I just really hope that I um this video can help you understand yourself a lot better. Um Remember, it's my first time making this video, so yeah, I am a bit nervous. I really didn't prepare myself too much. It was like a last minute thing. Um So, yep, that's pretty much it. I'll probably make more videos, but it's up to YouTube and United States or the world. If you do have any questions about this video, or you want to ask me any questions, just comment below, right there, and I'll just be looking at it constantly. And yep, so I'm hoping it helped a little bit. Um, Peace.